Good. So the theme I chosen today is how to release blockages. I mean, we're doing it all the time in the meditation, but I want to again emphasize because there are a few ways that we can use to help ourselves. But before we're talking how to release, we need to just say a few words about why there are blockages. So why there are blockages? Normally only for one reason, that we're resisting the present moment, that's all. You know, if we allow the life force to flow and we just in our center, we will not be blocked. It's quite straightforward. But when we are resisting and we have some commentary about life and we don't like some things, and then the energy is blocked. It's very simple. Now, how do we know we are blocked? Also, it's very simple. We just don't feel well. We don't feel well emotionally. Maybe we don't feel like extremely angry, extremely fearful or anxious, but we know we are not happy. Yeah, we know there is some heaviness on our chest, so we are blocked. Physically, again, we can have a physical pain, but again, it doesn't have to be so serious. It can be just some discomfort, you know, feeling heavy, feeling sluggish, not motivated, feeling even energetically that there is some tension in my system, that I'm not radiant, I'm not alive, I'm not vital. All those qualities show that I'm blocked. And then mentally, of course, you know, when the mind is not peaceful, again, we are blocked. So it's quite straightforward. When we feel uncomfortable, the energy is not flowing, we are blocked. Now, blocked, I'm blocked, it's a bit strong to say, but it's just another way to say I'm not in the center and the life force is not flowing within me in harmony. So just to start, let's recognize at this very moment for you, for us, how we're doing. If there are blockages and what type of blockages. Okay? So we can look, we can look anywhere, but let's start on the emotional system and check how you're doing emotionally. And it's very simple. You just ask yourself, am I happy? And I'm not talking I'm happy because my life going good and all that. Do you feel happiness in your heart right now? And you have to be honest. You know what happiness is. And again, if you don't feel happy, that's no problem, but just acknowledge that. Yeah, meaning that your heart feels a bit heavy. So that's no problem, but just pay attention. You might feel emotion that is more kind of extreme, you know, anxiety or fear or anger, whatever. But if you feel pretty well, but maybe still you're not feeling relaxed in your heart. So let's pay attention to that. Then let's pay attention to our physicality. Do we feel comfortable? Is there any pain in the body? Do I feel radiant? Do I feel light? Do I feel vital? You know, our body is it wants to shine. You know, that's who we are. We are shining. So when we are in a well-being, we should feel like shiny. We should feel like radiant. It's who we are. So if you feel a bit heavy, a bit like enclosed, it's okay. It's no problem. Just acknowledge. And nothing to judge, of course, not. Just to know, to acknowledge, to diagnose, so we know where we're starting. Then mentally, how is the mind? Is it running all over the place? Is it quite quiet? See how it is. Another great indicator for a blockage is the breath. When we are more blocked, it's shallow. We are more relaxed, it's deep. So how is it right now? then you can go even more light awareness. How is my energy system? Is it radiant? Is it vital? Or do I feel oppressed? Do I feel that the aura is a bit tight on my system? Do I feel that there is no flow, there is no harmony between sides of the body? Or whatever, yeah? But how is the energy? So it's more subtle. Wonderful. So now when we self-diagnose, let's see how we can start and open up. So just so we can be on the same page, all of us, you can start anywhere, but let's work together, and let's go into the emotional system. So you ask yourself already, how am I doing? Do I feel happy? And I hope all of you do, but let's practice as if maybe not. So if not, normally we feel some heaviness on our chest. It's normal. Now when we feel heavy, it doesn't mean, it can be a different level of heaviness. It can be very heavy, but it can be just a little bit not quite open, not quite relaxed in the chest. So the minute we are aware how we're doing on that level of the emotional level, that's already, just the awareness is already the beginning of the healing, of the transformation of the blockage. So just be present. And here again, thoughts are not very helpful. Awareness is what we need. Just pure awareness, shining on tension in the chest. Very simple. Okay. So this is, you can say, technique number 1, shining awareness on a blockage to release it. Just shining awareness. Just being present. As if light is shined or projected from your third eye into the object, in this case, the chest, and you're just present. To be more effective, we're widening awareness, so I'm aware of the chest, but I'm also aware of infinite space in which I am in. Of course, I'm in the room where I sit. I'm in the house where I live. I'm in the country. Doesn't matter. The minute you start to expand, you easily realize that you can expand to infinity. There is no end. So just expand to infinity while being present with the tension in the chest. Same if I'm being aware of a chair in a room, I can still be aware of the whole space around and the chair. So the same. And the logic here is very beautiful and simple, that the minute we're widening our awareness to infinity, there's a lot of space in which the tension can disperse into. When my awareness is in the size of the body, it doesn't have a lot of space to disperse. So it's very important to acknowledge infinity when we're releasing blockage. Not only, every moment in our life, it's so important. Beautiful. Then to that, it's like making a cake, yeah? We're adding more ingredients, yeah? So for that, we're adding now attitude or affirmation. I'm inviting the tension in my heart to synchronize with infinity. I'm inviting the tension in my heart to synchronize with infinity. And step number 4, gratitude. And then we can incorporate into the releasing of tension, breathing, inhale with gratitude, exhale with gratitude. So, number 1, we acknowledged and we focus awareness. Number 2, we widen to infinity. Then we're adding awareness, gratitude, and then we're opening up, and already much better. Good, wonderful. So assuming that maybe we have some physical tension, we're using exactly the same technique. So just scan your body and see if physically or energetically there is any tension within you. It doesn't have to be strong pain, but it could be just maybe you feel that the lower back maybe is a bit heavy, or maybe one knee doesn't feel so good. Whatever you want, just direct awareness to where you're attracted to. Just be there. And as we did before, first just awareness. Awareness on the physical area. And now expansion to infinity, and uniting the tension in the physical form with the whole creation. Number 3, affirmation. I'm inviting the tension in my lower back to synchronize with infinity. And number 4, gratitude. Inhale with gratitude, exhale with gratitude. Wonderful. Now let's be even more subtle and connect to the energy system. And I want to invite you to scan first of all through your chakras to see if any of the chakras maybe need special attention. Let's say that the normal blockages are usually either in the heart chakra, which we already covered, in the solar plexus just below the chest, or in the lower abdomen. This is the most usual, could be anywhere else, throat or base chakra. So just take a minute and scan through your chakras from the pelvic floor up to the crown, and just see for yourself which chakra you feel is less harmonized, and then we're going to focus on this one. So take a minute and go through them. Okay, So I'm going to focus on the second chakra, but if for you is the throat or whatever, focus on the chakra that you feel needs more attention. Okay? So each chakra has its unique and specific way of expression. It has its emotional tendencies. It has its direction of power or radiation. So just be in the chakra and invite the chakra to start to come back to harmony and like assume its original makeup or way of being. And the same like we did before, be aware of its physical presence or the presence in the physical body, and in the same time of infinity. And invite the chakra to harmonize with infinity and to re-express its original qualities. Okay, so from the chakras, let's check our aura. And again, try to gauge if it's very close to the body, which means it's a bit more tight, or check further out and further out if it's more, maybe a bit tight further out from the body, or maybe it's open. So just take a minute and move as if you're moving through layers of an onion, close to the body and further out, and see if there's any layer that attracts you, that it's a bit heavy, and you know it because you feel it. Maybe if you see color, the color are more dark, and you might feel emotion relates to that, and you might feel that your breathing is not very deep. So just take a minute and try to identify the layer that doesn't feel right. It's very subtle, but super clear, super clear. And whatever layer you identify, just be present there, like we started and we did with all the other blockages. First, just be present. Then expand to infinity and invite that layer to come back to its pulsation, harmonious pulsation with the whole creation. And then again, gratitude, inhaling to the area of tension, exhaling, and inviting expansion. When we say thank you, when you give gratitude, it's very powerful. It calms the mind, opens the heart, and creates expansion immediately. Okay, so by now we should be feeling pretty well. And to help more and harmonize more, let's connect to love. So we're going back to the heart chakra. And we try to connect to the feeling of love, to the emotion of love, not to the idea of love. To that feeling that when you feel love, you want to hug somebody, you want to kiss, you want to be close, you want to give, you want to protect. But you feel something in your chest. It's not an idea. It's not something you do because. It's automatic. So try to connect to that feeling in your chest. And if it doesn't come automatically, just because you want it, think about somebody that when you think about that person or animal, your heart opens up. You want to be with them immediately. And there's a very unique feeling when we say love, when we feel love in the heart chakra. In the center of the chest, something warm, something something special. Cannot give words to that. So once you connected to this feeling we call love, let's first invite this feeling like an elixir, of the gods, like something so precious and beautiful to circulate in our whole body. And with that beautiful love to nourish, soothe, and support each and every part of our physical form, first of all. And then our psychological being. I allow myself to be loved. And then the emotion of love is moving and spreading and like healing. Maybe emotions that are not very comfortable, like anxiety, fear, anger. The next step is to acknowledge that love is not manufactured inside us. Of course not. It's felt from our heart or by our heart. It doesn't manufacture anywhere. It just is, like light, like air. So our heart can feel love and can amplify and project it, but doesn't make it. It means that love is everywhere. So now, when our heart opens up, let's acknowledge that love is everywhere. Feel that the air that you breathe gives you love and life. Feel that the clothes that you wear, expression of love. The air that touches you, caresses you, is love. Allow yourself to feel that you are in an ocean of love. And not only that, you are love. Loved and love. It's such a beautiful feeling. Allow yourself to feel it. Because always we're looking for it in somebody, from somebody. Which is no problem. But it's important to recognize that it's here all the time. And when we're opening to it, it's beautiful, it's blissful. And it's healing, so deeply healing. Allow the love to flow in you, from you, around you. And if there are still blockages anywhere, invite the love to heal, soothe, transform any blockage. And if you want to add affirmation, you can say that I'm inviting the love that is everywhere, that is everything, to harmonize and release any form of tension within me. For that to take place and be extremely effective, we need to surrender. Yeah, we don't want to invite somebody home, but keep the door closed and not let them in. So if we invite love, we need to surrender to love. As much as we surrender, the effect is more deep, is more powerful, is more transcendent and transformational. To surrender, it means that the mind disappears, basically. Completely letting go, it melts by love. As deep as you surrender, more blissful and magical your experience. It's fascinating. And if you surrender completely, it means enlightenment. Here in your hands, right now, in this very moment, available for you, up to you. Surrender completely, that's it. The journey is over. Wonderful. So now, let's invite into this beautiful space that we created and we're experiencing together, our fellow human being creating this matrix of love, of light all around planet Earth, to raise vibration of all humanity into this ultimate vibration of love, of unity, of light, of brotherhood and sisterhood. One mind, one heart. One breath, inhaling love, exhaling love, uniting. These steps that we practiced and enjoyed this meditation, of course you can do it anytime you want, but I recommend at least once a day to do it more in order, like we did it today. Remember that you can subscribe to our channel on the Infinite Being Academy website, and then you can get all the recording, so it will be available for you whenever you want. Thank you so much for joining. Have a beautiful, beautiful week, everybody. And remember that we're meeting every morning through the mind, every Wednesday morning at 7:30, and every Sunday, like tonight, live. Thank you so much. And as well, of course, remember that we're offering a lot of energy reading, energy coaching courses in our Infinite Being Academy, which you're welcome to join. Adios.